Syed is an emergency medicine physician who has been on 2 medical missions to Gaza. She joins us now live from Olympia. Thank you so much, Dr. Mimi, for making the time. Now, it's Christmas Day already for the Christian community in Gaza. Dr. Mimi, do they have anything to celebrate despite the October 11th ceasefire?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, this word ceasefire is in bad faith. That's what I like to say. This is a bad faith ceasefire. It's a very dishonest and fake ceasefire. This is meant to draw attention away from Gaza in Western media, which they are doing very well. We are meant to believe that there is peace now in the Middle East. However, there's a killing mechanism that has been kind of created for the past couple of years with the U.S. and Israel together. And basically, they have made the conditions in Gaza so deplorable, so incompatible with human life, that we are going to see people die at an alarming rate, especially children. These conditions are completely manufactured. They are created, man-made, and there's no reason for it. That's the biggest part of it. In fact, you don't need a single bomb to continue killing people. And that's what we're seeing right now. There is a 75% surge in newborn deaths right now. That is unimaginable, and it's not necessary. Almost all children are acutely malnourished right now. We're blocking things like blankets, clothes, newborn baby formula. These are not items that are a threat to anyone's security, Israel, the U.S. So there's this question of whether, the security of Israel is at risk. It's absolutely untrue. It sounds ridiculous to say it even out loud.
Absolutely. And Dr. Mimi, you volunteered twice in Gaza working at the Nasser hospital. Just what are your colleagues on the ground telling you about the present humanitarian situation, particularly with the aid blockade? Because recently, the Gaza's Ministry of Health said that Israeli authorities continue to block the flow of much needed medical supplies. Just how dire is the situation?
It's terrible. Under the Trump peace plan, there were supposed to be 600 trucks allowed inside every single day. There's about 200 or so being allowed every day. Who is holding that? Who is holding them accountable? This is supposed to be ceasefire. These things continue to be blocked. People like myself, I was supposed to enter Gaza for a 3rd medical mission in August. Doctors, foreign doctors that can come with medical supplies, with aid, with education, all of these things, we are being blocked. Now there's going to be a restriction on how many NGOs can enter. MSF status in Gaza, which has been present for decades, is at risk at this time as of January 1st. I can't even imagine if that lifeline is taken away. So this insult on not only the entire infrastructure of the healthcare system, but the entirety of Gaza is just gotten significantly worse. And, to point out, this is not a surprise, right? The weather conditions in Gaza right now, this is the 3rd winter. And we knew it was going to get cold. We knew there's going to be flooding. We knew there's going to be babies that will die of hypothermia because we saw it in the last 2 years. So all of this could have been prevented. Simple medications like chemotherapy, antibiotics, a variety of antibiotics, which is usually needed in any kind of functioning society. All of those things are lacking, and they are being, completely banned from entering. This needs to stop, and people need to wake up. There has to be global outreach on this. These are not humanitarian conditions, to say the least.
Dr. Mimi, there's a group of people that are rarely talked about, and that's patients in Gaza who are waiting to be transported outside Gaza for treatment. The Ministry of Health in Gaza putting them at nearly 20,000 patients that are on the waiting list for travel. There's a risk of about 4,000 patients going blind. They're at risk of permanent blindness because of this delayed treatment. What becomes of them?
Exactly. That's a very good question, right? There's only about 15% that have been actually allowed to evacuate this year. Why is that the case? Even if you've created these deplorable conditions, of course, and there's no accountability for it, why aren't you allowing people to seek medical attention outside of the country? Why is this restriction on the humanitarian and the medical corridor that we've been asking for within the Palestinian territories? That's also being denied. So these are all just, it's just another way of continuing this exponential rate of killing in Palestine. And these stories that, the patient stories that we share after working there, these are just one of thousands, especially the children. Over 20,000 children have been killed and continue to die for reasons that are completely preventable.
Absolutely. Dr. Mimi Syed, their emergency medicine physician, thank you for your time and your insights.
Thank you.